dynamic, arrogant, brilliant, imperfect. These are the words of Dr. Eva Hudson, used to describe one of Bermuda's greatest historic figures. That historic figure was Dr. E.F. Gordon, and though he died over a half a century ago, and he was not born in Bermuda, his life's work still rings loud across the social structure of Bermuda in the 21st century. Dr. E.F. Gordon was born in Trinidad on March the 22nd, 1895, and as a very young man, he was an exceptional cricketer who won a position on a professional team in Scotland. But once in Scotland, he turned away from the cricket field and pursued a degree in medicine. In 1924, Dr. Gordon took a job as a doctor in Somerset, Bermuda. Dr. Gordon may not have known it then, but he had found his destiny. Dr. Gordon found success in Bermuda as a doctor, but he was unhappy with the island's racial segregation, and he began to speak out against it. His first target was the Bermuda Welfare Society, a medical charity. The Welfare Society did not hire nurses without UK qualifications. This excluded many black Bermudian nurses who were trained in the United States. Despite his social activism, Dr. Gordon also established the first cricket links between the Bermuda and the West Indies. In 1933, Dr. Gordon entered politics with an unsuccessful bid for Parliament. Gordon was highly intelligent and worked hard, but he was not without his flaws. At one point, he publicly stated that he went to the funeral of House Speaker Sir Reginald Conyers to make sure he was put in the hole. His volatile personality and a rocky marriage may have contributed to his failure to win a seat. In 1944, the newly formed Bermuda Workers Association turned to Dr. Gordon to be their leader. Within a year, the BWA had signed up 5,000 new members. In 1946, he finally won a seat in Parliament. Once in Parliament, his fellow MPs persistently refused to address him as Doctor. So, Dr. Gordon publicly announced that his new name would be Mazumbo. After that, MPs finally started addressing him as Doctor, his proper title. But Gordon kept the name Mazumbo for the rest of his life. Dr. Gordon then sent a petition to the UK Parliament demanding to know why working-class Bermudians, who were mostly black, were politically marginalized. Britain responded by ordering the Bermuda government to reform, but the government did little beyond making primary school education free for everyone. Bermuda's power elite hit back at Gordon by making it illegal for unions to run businesses and print newspapers. The legislation was clearly aimed at the Bermuda Workers Association and their newspaper, the Bermuda Recorder. Gordon fought back, but despite the support of a few white MPs, he lost. So he and others founded the Bermuda Industrial Union to take over the BWA's union activities. That way, the BWA was no longer a union and could run the newspaper as it pleased. At the end of World War II, only Bermudians who owned land could vote. This meant only 7% of the population, white or black, had a political vote. Gordon fought hard against this law, so it may not have been a surprise when he lost the 1948 election. But 5 years later, he was back in Parliament, just about the time that Queen Elizabeth II made her first royal visit. Gordon noisily complained to the British press that of the 1,200 people invited to Government House, only 60 were black and no black people were invited to the state dinner. In the ensuing uproar, 48 British MPs signed a letter of protest against the Bermuda government. Gordon continued fighting for the rights of all Bermudians for many more tumultuous years. In the end, he died quite suddenly in 1955. Dr. Gordon was survived by his many children and grandchildren. The UBP MP Pamela Gordon, who became Bermuda's first female premier, was his daughter. His granddaughter, Moira Stewart, became the British Broadcasting's first black female newsreader. Sir Henry Tucker, his main adversary in the UBP, read a tribute to him before the entire House of Parliament. Thousands of mourners attended his funeral. Dr. E.F. Gordon was a determined fighter for the things he knew to be right, but more importantly, he opened people's minds in ways that led to tremendous social change in Bermuda. The life he led is one of the most important keystones in the foundation of Bermuda society in the 21st century.